Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The rule of law and independence of the judiciary are the foundations of Hong Kong's continued success and prosperity. The UK remains absolutely committed to the joint declaration and to upholding one country, two systems. I raised the concerns about the erosion of the rule of law when I visited Hong Kong only last month, and we will continue to monitor that situation closely, as detailed in the Foreign Secretary's 6 monthly reports to Parliament.
Steve Double.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Minister for that answer. Recent events in Hong Kong have seen the movement of those critical of the Hong Kong government restricted, including political opponents and journalists. So what steps is the government taking to protect British interests in Hong Kong and also the rights of British national overseas passport holders?
May I reassure my honourable friend that we take very seriously our long-standing and ongoing duty to uphold the joint declaration. We've raised publicly our concerns about the decision, for example, not to renew the visa of Victor Mallet for the Financial Times, and his subsequent denial of re-entry into Hong Kong, as well as other developments. These call into question Hong Kong's high degree of autonomy. We've also made clear in private to the Chinese and Hong Kong governments that it is vital that Hong Kong's rights and freedoms and that high degree of autonomy which are set out in the joint declaration are fully respected.
Catherine West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What will the Foreign Office do if the government in China continues not to allow the likes of Victor Mallet, Benedict Rogers and others to have access to Hong Kong, which is correct and proper in a country which the UK has such a long-standing relationship with?
I agree with the Honourable Lady for Hornsey Wood Green that it is right and proper that such individuals are entitled to be there. We are concerned by the specific decision not to renew the visa of the FT journalist Victor Mallet. As I said in Hong Kong the day I was there, that incident on the 9th of November undermines Hong Kong's freedom of speech and indeed the freedom of press guaranteed under basic law, and this in turn risks undermining Hong Kong's economic success for the longer term. We will continue to raise those concerns.
Fiona Bruce.
Thank you. Do ministers share concerns about the trial which began on the 19th of November of 9 leaders of the pro-democracy Hong Kong umbrella movement on such vague charges as incitement to incite public nuisance, and on the implications of such charges for freedom of speech and the rule of law in Hong Kong? And will ministers raise such concerns with the government there at the earliest opportunity?
I thank my honourable friend for Congleton for her tenacious work in this regard. Let me just say this. The trials are a matter for the Hong Kong courts. I met up with Robert Ribeiro, the Deputy Chief Justice and head of the Hong Kong Bar Association when I was there in November, and I have every confidence of the continued independence of the Hong Kong judiciary, which remains, I think, in very high international esteem. But I hope that the incidents to which my honourable friend refers will not discourage either lawful protests or discourage the young from engaging in politics in Hong Kong.
Mrs. Ann Goodman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the banning of a pro-independence party in September marks a disturbing new phase in the erosion of democratic rights and freedoms by China. It is a clear breach of the spirit of the 1984 declaration, yet the government is so desperate for a post-Brexit trade deal, it has done nothing. Is Chris Patten right to describe the government's policy as craven?
May I reassure the Honourable Lady for Bishop Auckland that we have done rather a lot. We do not support Hong Kong independence, as we feel that would be a clear breach of one country, two systems. Nevertheless, as she rightly says, the right to stand for election, the right of free speech and indeed of freedom of association are absolutely enshrined in the basic law. We are also concerned that if not the letter, but certainly the spirit of one country, two systems is being breached by this matter. We've issued a statement and will continue to put pressure through diplomatic means, and will do so on an ongoing basis. But many of the concerns she points out, that she should not believe that there isn't a lot of work going on, both from our Consular General there and indeed from London in relation to this matter.
Question number 4, Mr. Speaker.
The Minister has written to President-elect Bolsonaro. Our